Hello, everyone, and welcome to my gold and silver update. I'm JR. Today is May the 8th, 2019. We're going to go over the gold, silver, Dow, and the US dollar charts. Make it quick, try to make it under 5 or 6 minutes. This is the weekly chart here for gold. Gold obviously finding some support here in this long-term trend line here. And it basically just looks like we're building an ascending triangle. These ascending triangles tend to be bullish, although if they break the level of support here, then they tend to fall fairly rapidly. So I would expect a move. If this thing falls below 1200, I would expect a quick move to at least the 1120 range, maybe even lower. But again, we do feel like we do have some support here within this trend line. So I would think that that's unlikely. But what I would like to see is a move down, test this level of support, and then we'd like to see that breakout. After we see that breakout, we want to come back, test support, and see how that level holds up. If it does break these triangles, these ascending triangles, when they do break, very quick in their movements, right? So again, whether we break to the low or whether we break to the high, I am expecting a quick move. Technically speaking, these tend to break up to the upside. So again, maybe a move down to the $1,200 range. That's a good signal to buy with a quick stop here, maybe below 11 and a half. And of course, we're looking to take this thing up to around the mid $1,400 level. Once we break that level, we want to come back down to 13 and a half, test that level of support, and then break out even higher. That's the weekly chart here. Let's look at the daily chart. The daily chart looks a little bit negative, obviously, right? We've broken below this level here. Okay, this is the level, and now that we've broken through this level here, what I would obviously on a short-term basis, I would expect a move to continue to go down. Great area on a short-term basis to short the market and continue to go lower again until we test maybe the 1220, 1215, maybe even 1210. Again, we do not want to fall below 1200. At that point, you want to take some profits. Again, great risk to reward on a short-term trade. Let's look at silver. Okay, silver, just like I said last video, we did break out of this level here. Gold has been moving down much faster than silver, so the ratios are starting to adjust. The silver market is a bit more stable. So again, a move up, you want to see the move back down, and then you want to see the takeoff. So I would probably suspect that gold, again, if I look at that gold chart, and we kind of do some numbers based on time, right? So if we go back to that weekly chart, then I guess you can kind of assume that by the time this market comes down here and then it takes off, it's probably going to be sometime maybe in June. In July, that we would probably see this level, unless we see a big drop. But again, maybe around June, July, August, we'd like to see that bottom out and then start taking off. And once we break above that level, then we know what's going to happen. Let's go back to that silver chart here. And again, on the silver chart, we are doing exactly what we need to do, right? So remember back here when we broke out of this range, really nice breakout, came back down, tested that level of support, and then bye-bye $14 range, right? So this is where we are right now. We're back in this range here. This is definitely a buy. Put a stop loss here right below 13 and 3/4. And I am expecting the move to continue to go much higher. Let's look at the Dow. Last time I did the video, I did say that we have a little bit of a broadening formation. This is usually very bearish. We have a big ugly candle here. I don't suspect that. I really don't think that the move is going to come right now. I like it when technicals work out, right? So technically speaking, I'd like for this thing to find some support here and then go a little bit higher. And then from here, you'd like to short. And again, we're looking to go much, much, much lower. on the Dow Jones, right? That's what I would like to see. I'd like to see this level of support respected and then move up higher. So for now, the Dow Jones is still a little bit bullish. Again, I'd like to see the break here of 25K before we can call this bearish. Again, if it does break, then we would look to go down much, much further than that. And why don't we look at the US dollar right now? All right, the US dollar. So check this out, right? This is the previous analysis. Since then, we have a really nice candle over here. So again, you see this level here. Let's clean this up a little bit. So this is the level, right? This is the level of resistance, and we kind of have, you know, your highs getting higher, and your lows are also getting higher, right? So we definitely do have a bull trend on this US dollar, or at least on the daily chart, right? So not a long-term chart per se, but definitely definitely a strong bull trend, right? So now, just like silver, you've broken out of that range. You have a really nice candle here, right? Because you have that really nice candle here, now you want to see support. You don't really want to fall below here. If you're a dollar bull, you don't necessarily want to see the dollar fall below 96.75. That move will most likely bring much lower prices here on the US dollar, right? So again, there's your strong move. If we look back here, let's look at the monthly, right? Then this is the trend line over here, right? This is your trend line. And we can technically see this dollar go back to 100, right? Will it create another high? I highly doubt. I don't think we'll see the dollar above 102 anytime soon. But we definitely can find some resistance over here. All right, between the 99.5 range all the way up to 103. Again, I'm not expecting a new high, but if we're looking at these smaller time frames like daily chart, it does look like we found a breakout. If we have the breakout, now we have the move to test support, and now that support needs to be resistance. I'm sorry, now that resistance needs to be support, and if it does support, then we're going to see the dollar make a quick move to the 99.5 range. That's it for me. I hope you enjoy the video, and we'll see you next time.